Never!
Enemy spotted.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know my rap. My blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Jimbo. Kemper is on the way home from work. Usually he's off in time to get home by around 11:30, but tonight he had to work a little late, so he is on the way, and praying for safe travels. When he gets home, he'll join us as soon as he gets here. So welcome in, everybody. I see people are still trickling in. Penny Positive shared some good news in Leslie's chat earlier. Ariel, her granddaughter, gets to go home until her surgery in March sometime. So, unless there's any complications before then, but thank God for that. Little girl gets to go home. Let me read the poll. I think some of you may be reading it wrong. Do you think a YouTube accusation should be punishable by law if the accusation is defaming and untrue? So 79% so far, 77% say yes. I think it is. I think it should be. I think it should be punishable by law. When you accuse somebody of being a chomo or a trying to use words that won't get us in trouble here on the channel, but things that can cause real life harm, to not just to reputations, but could cause somebody to walk up behind you and pull the trigger. Do you think those should be punishable by law? I think they should. All right. So, and you don't have to agree with me. That's one thing. If you guys were just over at Leslie's live stream, hey, Mr. Nobody. If you guys were over there at Leslie's live stream, she kind of talked about, there you go. Yeah, Mom, sharing it. That is Penny Positive's daughter's Cash App directly to her. It's $, A M B Y Y W O O SEYY. And we'll leave that up. Now I've got it on my banners too, so I'll put that up in a few minutes and we'll keep running it. But I think Penny said they applied for food stamps because they, needed emergency food stamps and they were denied. Of course, they can't work. They've been in the hospital with their 10-year-old. So, our community is going to help. We are going to help. St. Elmo's account. Hang on just a second. I'll check it. Okay. Let me go. Give me just a second, y'all. Let me show you a video and I'm going to go check, see if I can find that St. Elmo's account. Actually, I got a video I want you all to see that I'm going to share from our friend Graham. Not Graham, sorry. Graham's our friend too, but this is from Nana C82. Wonderful compilation of facts on Mr. Earn Dog over there. I believe it's right here. Right here we go. All right. Let me pull this up. All right. Nana did an excellent job on this video. Excellent job. Let's see.
Well, as everybody regroups from the tornado we had, it's been one hell of a time, I'm telling you. I'm very warm right now. Only bad thing about right now is my hip is a little bit messed up and I got cuts on my feet. Back of my hip. I do. Oh my God. Y'all see that? Y'all see those places on my feet? Cuts? Damn. See how swelled? Tell me. I can't even move it. Ah. Oh, damn. See how swell my ankle is? I think it's broke. Ankle's broke, ain't it? Oh, God. Imagine on top of all that, On top of all that, I put a sock on it and a boot and walk God knows where. It's bad. Oh God. I don't have no clothes. Everything, my stuff got stowed.
Stowed.
Stowed in Panama. Oh my God. Everything got stowed. I'm out on my own. I don't have access to anything.
She did not send him money for shoes. She straight up handed him a brand new pair of shoes, a hat, and a hoodie. And she also gave him cash. But she wasn't going to house him. When he was in Florida and he was injured after the storm, part of what Debbie does is she helps victims from disasters and things like that. And he reached out to her and she met up with him and thought he was getting on a bus. And that's it. And he didn't get on the bus, but he was highway running in the same area that he was supposed to be leaving from with a new set of sneakers and a new hoodie and a new hat.
Well, at least she agrees. It's a highway run.
I don't have no clothes. Everything, my stuff got stowed. Everything got stowed in Panama. Oh my God. Everything got stowed. I'm out on my own. I don't have access to anything.
I really think that YouTube is enabling him to procrastinate the inevitable of seeking some sort of treatment.
Welcome, Brother Kemper.
What's up, brother?
Showed up during the clip.
Whose video is that?
Had you seen that one yet?
No, that's why I was asking. Whose video is that?
Nana C82 put that one together.
Oh, okay.
She does really good work, man. Okay. Okay. I couldn't find it just now. Is what's the avatar look like on it? Because it brought up a bunch of different ones, but I didn't see it. Let's see. I don't see it there. Does it have the fire emoji on it too?
What screen shoot did you see, Fluffy?
Nothing. Fluffy.
Okay.
Fluffy. Enough. Stop.
Ernie's having a homeless encampment panel tonight. Oh, he's got Mama T on panel?
Sitting in a chair. Okay. All right, let me go look. I'm looking for the St. Elmo's Fire account here. Let me see. All right. I don't see it. Is that exactly how it's spelled in your? Let me see if I got it blocked from my. Might have to get it after this stream's over. We'll have to hunt for it. I'll see if I got it blocked on my Google account. Which I don't think I do. I've only got like 3 or 4 blocked there anymore. Let's see. I got 12 blocked there. Nope, not on there. Okay. All right. So yeah, I don't know what's going on Lit Up Tiger's panel right now, but of course he's trying to, change his story, grift up, whatever he needs to do to earn some money, right? Hey, Kim Louise. But Nana C's video, I don't know how much you saw of it, but like it chronicles pretty much everything he said since January. And I had no idea that the cuts and bruises on his feet now are the same ones he had early January when he was hit by the tornado. She points that out in detail. And, stay on it for now, Golden One. I'll see if I can find it here in a little bit. I think somebody might have sent me some pictures. I'll see if I can find it. But when I have a little more time. Yeah, stay on it for this stream, and we'll get it figured out. But yeah, Skirndog got busted out. So add to the great clip channels we already have, and Nana C82 is coming in strong now too. So we've got more great clip channels right there on the Skern's ass. And like I said, we're not going to let up off his throat. It's not what we do. Okay, cool. Let me see. You might be an approved users now, St. Elmo's. Try it now. See if you can come back under that account. You might have to go out, refresh, and come back in. All right. So anyway, our poll question, Kemper, tonight is: do you think a YouTube accusation should be punishable by law if the accusation is defaming and untrue? Like somebody's a pedo, somebody does something with kids, somebody's a murderer, kidnapper, just all kinds of different stuff, like any of those wild accusations that people just freely throw out. Of course, it's never going to happen, but I think if they were punishable by time in jail, they might not be so freely thrown out there.
Quick to lie like they are.
Mm-hmm.
But they know, unless it's somebody with money, they can do whatever, because most people they can't afford a lawsuit. So you got dumbasses running around, like you said, calling people pedos and burning houses down and murder and all this other dumb shit.
All right. All right. It's gonna be. I'm gonna turn my phone on silent now, so if anybody wants to get a hold of me, it's gonna have to be after the stream, unless you know how to get a hold of me on here, and then with text messages I can't get no more because I've got 10 different text messages from 10 different people.
Right. You're also trying to produce a show, and
some of them are trying to help
links and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Some of them are definitely trying to help, but some of them are just kind of random. I think they should know we're live. Of course, I don't see them in chat, so maybe not. But anyway, reading the chat here, trying to catch up. Fluffy, you ain't gonna let it go, are you? You ain't gonna let it go, are you? Kemper?
Yeah.
Whatever happened in Leslie's chat stays in Leslie's chat. If you weren't there, you'll never know.
Yeah.
There you go, Fluffy. You'll never know. And screenshots can be faked, right? It's not Kemper's fault, right? It's not. He was driving. Couldn't have been Kemper. He was driving. Oh, so the troublemaker got outed in Leslie's chat earlier. What's the name of that damn account? Hell. Silent Bandit 24. Silent Bandit. The one that says that Jimbo's gonna have to between Nicolina and Leslie, and there's trouble brewing and all this stuff, And they claimed they were a member at the stand, and they were in our Discord, and they were wanting to leave, but they were afraid of getting doxxed, right?
Yeah.
I think they had some people believing them. Some people when I say that, I see, some people like Tiger Lori and Dummy T and Skern Dog and, idiots. But anyway, but they made a serious mistake. They said that they just didn't want to be in our Discord, something like that, with all the mean girls in there.
I haven't been in Discord in like 6 weeks, but I do know that when I was in there, I didn't know of any mean girls in there, and haven't heard about any. But
not just mean girls. We haven't added a new Discord entry in months.
Right.
I think at least 6 months, maybe more than that.
Yeah.
When all the screen shooting bullshit started, we stopped adding anybody. What was terminated, y'all? Who got terminated, Mr. Nobody? Who is V4V? I don't know. Who did he get terminated? No idea. Don and Austin, member for 1 month. The whole chat has just been doxxed. What do you mean? Yeah, I know. We don't have anybody new in our Discord. As a matter of fact, and you can ask.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't really make a difference if there is mean girls in our Discord or not, because it's our Discord. So if we choose to let
it wouldn't
people,
matter, but
we can. But at the same time, to use that kind of argument or stirring spoon, if you will, to try to get people riled up and people fighting, you're just a fucking child.
Yeah, it's childish. It's childish.
I don't care if my mom's behind that troll account. If that's my mom, she's being childish. It don't matter. Childish is childish.
Yeah. Right, Love and Grace. Discord's been closed for 5 or 6 months. That's what I mean. Like, it's not just Discord, or not just mean girls, but nobody's been allowed in the Discord. Even Venomous Silverback, a paying member who was in Discord when he lost his sign in or whatever happened, and he couldn't get back in Discord, I told him then, I'm not sending out any more invites. We're not bringing people into Discord who aren't already there. We've got screen shooters, and if you're not in there, then you're not coming in, not till we figure it out. And we haven't figured it out yet, not 100% for sure, so we haven't added anybody, not even old members who have lost their login. As a matter of fact, the last person I did that for, I believe, was River. And that was, a couple months before, she went on the ventilator and all that stuff. So, that was,
as a matter of fact,
time.
You haven't even sent me an invite back into Discord where I got booted out from my device and the only one I had it downloaded on. Yeah. So even the co-host isn't back in the fucking Discord, you dumbasses.
I'll send you one, Kipper. But
but it's still the point. Like they want to make something out to be something it's not, as always. Children.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is cause a fight. And like you said, it's childish. It's kind of like, did you hear what Jimbo said? What'd he say? And then, did you hear what Nicolina said? What'd she say? Did you hear Leslie said this about that one? And Nicolina said that about this one? And they were both talking about those, and those people were talking about them. Like, it's just childish baby games, bro. Like, I'm 51, dude. I'm too old for that shit. I don't need it. Don't need the backbiting, the backstabbing, or anything that comes along with it. If you want to be childish, here's an idea. Start your own little Discord, start your own little channel, and be as childish as you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
We just, we don't have it here.
I mean, honestly, it's just like grade school girls fighting over who is whose friend and who's got to choose between friends and all this other stupid shit. That's what I mean by childish. It's not a teenage childish. This is grade school bullshit. And of course, whoever that person is that's trying to pull it, they would fight tooth and nail about it. It's not childish. It's because it's their fucking agenda. That's what they want to cause. And they're trying, but it only works if we let them.
I hope everything's okay, Blue Moon, Kentucky. Yeah, ain't it funny, Love and Grace? They're always so concerned about our Discord. Ernie's real concerned about it all the time, too. Like, what goes on that Discord? And then he claims to be in it, right? I'm in their Discord. And that's the thing with Silent, whoever, Silent Bandit, they were saying they were in our Discord. They're a member here, and they felt like they were going to be doxxed, and they wanted to leave, but they didn't feel like they could do it safely, so they had to create a new account. But then when they said that about the Mean Girls being in Discord, we knew it was all fake. We knew it wasn't really somebody from here, because anybody that's in our Discord knows there hasn't been anybody new in our Discord. So just the way of outing them. What does old Skern Dog say? They always tell on themselves. They always tell on themselves. But the name of the live stream tonight was the reasons people always refer to specific situations. I had something in mind what I wanted to talk about, and because of what we've seen over the last few days coming out of the mouths of people like Tina, stuff we always see from Ernie, and anybody in that circle of people, all they ever talk about is kids being harmed, SA with children, things like that. That's all they ever talk about. They accuse everybody of it. If you don't agree with them, well, then you're an offender. So what do you all think? And I want to discuss it. I've got my own opinion. I know what my opinion is. I'm going to tell you. What do you all think? Where does somebody's mind have to be? Why do they only think of that? And I'll go ahead and tell you what I think. You see that screen I got behind myself right here, this basketball, my whole life, you know, and everything I've done has been centered around sports. Growing up, I was a sports fanatic, sports nut, athletic. That's what I've done my whole life. One sport or the other, always. And most everything I do, I equate or refer to sports terminology. You know, like the fourth quarter signifies near the end, right? So we're in the fourth quarter, guys. You know, or you know, it's halftime. We're halfway there. You know, on vacation. You know, we get halfway there. I'm like, it's halftime, guys. We'll stop and get a break. Finish up second half. That's sports mentality. That's what I think of. Now, all you ever hear from Ernie is this one's a molester or that one's a molester or offender. Essay this, essay that. Where do you think that comes from, Kemper?
Same place. Tina's ignorance about people being eaten, organs being harvested, trafficking rings. Same place. A sick fucking mind. I don't give a damn about their mental issues. I have no sympathy for it. They both know they got issues, but yet they sit there and they pull that nasty shit out of their brain and then spew it out of their mouth.
Yeah.
And it's sick and nasty shit.
Yeah.
Very sick.
Like remember the thing with the cucumber or whatever? Was it a cucumber or?
Yeah. Or how about the kids in China that got beat up with the axe?
Yeah, right. Like,
you know?
Who does that? Who talks about that?
Ernie.
I don't want to talk about it.
Tina.
I don't want to talk about it. Not at all. It's not my thing, not my channel. No. Don't want to hear it. Call me whatever you want to call me. Say I'm sheltered. Say I shelter my kids. Okay, I'll accept that. I don't think that's wrong. Like certain people raise their kids in fear, telling them that everybody's wanting to kidnap them and do something bad to them.
Eric, he does have children, but he has pretty much never been in his son's life. So
right.
he doesn't have any pull from anywhere, whether it be a child, a family member, whatever.
Yeah, he has one child, and he's already an adult, and Ernie was never a father.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not once.
As a matter of fact,
he has no empathy for any of those kinds of things. He doesn't care about other people in general. So he's going to say whatever to whoever. Like when he told E Square to go die in peace.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get ready to talk about what he said to Nicolina today.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what. He wished her death today. I'll play it for you in a minute. But Eric, I was going to tell you also, as a matter of fact, Ernie left his home, his child in a home with a man who Ernie claims he knew would be a person who would essay a child. And he did. It wasn't Ernie's kid, but it happened in that home with Ernie's kid there, and Ernie left. The big bad protector of women and children at all costs left his own son there. That speaks volumes. But yeah, Kemper, is that on your channel, Nicolina? Is that where I saw that? Share that? Let me find it.
What, him wishing that?
Yeah. I think it's on Nicolina's channel. Let me find it right quick. I'll be right back. Well, I'm here, but I won't see chat for a minute.
Yeah, Eric, it is terrible. And it's one of the many, many reasons why we came to YouTube to inform everybody about Mr. Pussy Ass Shell. That's why. Because he attacks women and children. He goes after men behind computer screens, but never in person. He extorts, blackmails, threatens, stalks. I mean, you name it. And he's got charges to prove that. He was in court a little over a year ago, I want to say, in Floyd County.
Yep.
For basically cyber stalking. But if one thing would have happened, if the guy would have gave Ernie the money that Ernie was demanding, it would have been extortion.
Yep.
A felony extortion charge. And he got lucky. He got very fucking lucky that it's just a no contact order that he got.
Yep.
But this is what he do.
Yeah. Now, Rose really disappointed me by letting the stuff that Ernie said go about me. He sat up there and told her that I was a drug dealer and that I killed children, and that I made fake drugs from China and put them out on the streets and was killing people with them. And she sat there and called me a motherfucker and believed it. So, Rose, I'm done with you.
When was this
I'll never be friendly to you again. You're just as worthless as Ernie is to me. I don't care what's wrong with your head, with your brain. You're allowing Ernie to destroy it. So good luck. Good luck with Ernie. You got it.
Was this today?
I think last night's when he said that about me, or yesterday, but
The one
I
you're
think
about
this might have been today, earlier. This was 13 hours ago when Nicolina put it up.
Okay.
I want you to hear this. This is wild enough.
Well, if
I
you
love
need
to
a
see.
ride-
I love to see her get tased right in the forehead. Swear to God, I would.
Oh, don't say that, Ernie. You don't mean that.
I would love it every minute of it. I would love to hear that she's dead somewhere.
What?
I would celebrate.
Are you gonna let him sit up there and wish her dead on the panel, Rose? Come on.
I would too. I would.
Mark,
I
go
am
fuck
going to
yourself,
celebrate.
man.
when
If
it
you're going to
happens.
be like that, that woman has done nothing but cause me hell and a lot
Yeah,
of
but
other
you don't
people.
have to wish her dead,
I
Ernie.
wish her death.
She wishes him dead. They all do.
I wish her death.
Man, y'all motherfuckers need to calm down on that drama. dude.
That's
No,
right.
no, there's nothing with that. I wish her dead.
That's bad karma, Ernie.
That ain't no bad karma. It's all good, son.
All right, Dad.
Everybody's turned to the dark side.
I mean,
Nicolina is a piece of shit. Nothing more, never will be anything else.
Right. Coming from a fugitive.
Nice to meet you, B. I don't know who you are. I see you up in the top part of the corner there.
Bunch of
In the middle.
psycho fuckers on that
That
page.
guy, his name's Bobby. and
Bobby,
he was-
nice to meet you, Bobby.
Yeah, he was confirming everything you were saying yesterday with his own experience.
He must be a
But
nut
see, Mark,
too.
you're a sweetheart, and you're allowed to like Nicolina all you want. But we know the truth about. I have been. She called my daughter, who's a brand new mom, to upset my daughter and bring her into this. My daughter has a.
I wish
full-time
somebody
job.
would catch her out and set her up somewhere and beat her to death.
Wow, Ernie.
Well,
God.
Ernie,
Wow.
That's just the way I feel. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about it. I hate the
Still
bitch.
in Michigan
I ain't got nothing for her.
So she caused you that much trouble that you just actually wish she would fall over dead.
I wish she'd
huh?
fall over dead. I don't want nothing to do with her. Have
His
anything
games
to
don't
do
work
with her.
on her. That's why.
So if I was to, if I swear to God, I swear to God, if I was to hear she died or was dead or killed somewhere or floating in a river somewhere, I swear to God, I'd do a 24-hour live playing the Witch's Dead song from Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Karma's
I
coming
thought you
quick.
didn't like witches.
I don't, but I would play it.
Nicolina admit.
Damn.
Nicolina loves to call cops on people.
Well, I don't agree with anybody calling the cops, but that's just me. You know, I don't.
Either. I mean, I hate
You
it.
got to remember, Rose. I don't.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Before that happens to Nicolina, old Tina is going to be in the nut house and Ernie's going to be in prison. And then we'll be celebrating like a motherfucker. More than 24 hours, bitch. I can promise you that. We might just take a parade down downtown Harlan. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you're an asshole, dude. I really wish you would show up to somebody, any of us. I don't care if it's Frank, me, Jimbo, any of us. Bring your pussy ass on. You're a
Well,
bitch.
it's like Rose in there in the background saying she destroyed his life. He didn't destroy nothing.
He didn't have a fucking life to begin with.
Ernie destroyed his life.
Right.
Ernie. It's all fake anyway. His whole life is fake. So he destroyed his fake life because he don't have anything. He's never had anything.
He got nothing to lose.
No. And now I know for a fact that Ernie and Betty Washam were the two main leading the charge. And listen, I feel guilty as hell over what part I took in it by sharing the number on my community page. But in getting Nicolina fired from her job where she fed her family, helped feed her family. Her husband works too. She had good benefits and her kids had free education at a prestigious university. And Ernie did that. So it really wouldn't matter what Nicolina did in response to him. It wouldn't be as bad as what he's done to her. Not at all. Not even close.
Ernie was talking about being a fucking park ranger, using the word game today. Oh, I used to be a ranger. We had access to all the mountains and blah, blah, blah. Motherfucker, you worked at Anarchista. You might as well say you were taking tickets at the fucking skating rink, bitch. You weren't anything. Not a fucking thing, Ernie. You go after people because you can't succeed at a fucking thing in your life. That's why you go after people. And then when you try to be an asshole or be nasty to them and they stand up, oh, that's when the tears really start flowing. You are seriously an open bleeding gash. That's all you fucking do, dude. You've hurt so many fucking people. And I ain't even talking about this shit with Nicolina. I'm talking about the shit that we knew about before we started this channel. What do you think serves as motivation, Ernie? I don't get no money out of this. I don't get any gains out of it, except for knowing that somebody might hear what we have to say and they won't fuck with your nasty ass.
Yeah, Love and Grace. He worked at Anarchista. That's when he said he was a ranger.
Yep. His word game.
He got fired from there. He claims because he stood up for them not raising the flag half-mast or something like that.
Yeah, they took the flag down off of the walk across bridge, the skywalk.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal. He stood up for it and they fired him. Bullshit, Ernie.
Bullshit.
You probably scammed somebody or was fucking with some kid or some lady or something. We know how you do. So it's probably something like that. Not you standing up for what's right, because you never do, bitch.
You're right, narcissistic times. Ernie is treading on dangerous territory. He could be planting seeds to his cult subs. Ernie, at this level to them, is their everyday hope. One may kill for him, believing his narrative 777 ruined his life. Or me. Or Kemper. Yeah, I mean, that's because Ernie says that everybody else is to blame for where he's at. And ain't nobody kept you from getting a job, homie. Go to work. Pay a bill. Be a man. Once in your pathetic excuse for a life. Be a man.
Actually do something that would create a bill, like get your own place or get some utilities on in your name. How about a car? Why don't you do that shit instead of scamming other people to buy you Lexuses and Dodges and all that shit? That's what real men do. Real men don't do what you do and hide behind other crazy people and sling your bullshit. All of your fucking lies.
Thank you, L. Kennedy. Hope you feel better soon.
Tina needs to watch what the fuck she's saying too. Because all these receipts that Griff was bringing out that she was so hyped over, ain't shit there, dumbass. But you thought there was. Oh, we're going to get you guys. You ain't getting shit. But you know, we're very close to getting yours. I would be careful. Yep, I've got that clip on my channel, Susie. And that was during one of Tina's rants about how bad Ernie has been treated. And all it was people trying to find out what happened at the Hay House. And of course, Tina said she didn't give a fuck what happened 13 years ago or whatever, however long it was. But she said she didn't give a damn. It's about Ernie now. Like, Tina, wise the fuck up. He's still the same fucking person.
Yeah.
Same guy you called out for not helping out when he did have money. You know, the same guy that you guys bailed out with $1,800 and he flipped you off in your face.
Yeah. Leslie said Nick at times has actually took actions to help that little prick when being in critical situations he was in. I wouldn't help him with shit. He would be SOL if it was left up to me. Nicolina has helped Ernie a few times. Even when he was having his last highway run, she was trying to get him help. She wouldn't be malicious at all. Like, it would have been a lot different if I'd been on the other end of the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best believe that shit.
So Nicolina has a bigger heart than most people give her credit for. Ernie gave you a scolding yesterday? Oh, yeah, I want to see that one. I'm getting ready to show you a clip right now. It's about 7 minutes long. This is Ernie on Team Rose. Have you seen this one, Kemper? The one where he's talking about me being a kid-killing drug dealer?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Trigger warning, y'all. This one is pretty upsetting. And this is one of the things why I said the reasons people always refer to specific situations. And my poll question, do you think a YouTube accusation should be punishable by law if the accusation is defaming and untrue? And Griff, since you're streaming and calling me a hypocrite, I ain't said nothing about you today that's untrue. I've heard you verbally abuse your wife. I've heard it. I have heard it, son. Don't sit there and say you don't. And you kept saying Pam was coming up today, right? She never did she? Why not? Explain it away. I don't care.
So I take it Griff's still on his period?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some backdrop that he made with about 8 or 9 of us in there.
No, Lord. I'm sure it's really professionally looking done, yeah.
As white trash as it can be, bro.
Yeah.
I just know when I was getting orders what I had to do and what I did, and I never said anything else about it. And now I'm starting to talk about it just a little bit. I kind of give in and out, but the thing about it is everybody already knew, and that's why. Why do you think I have the following that I have? I mean, that's just people know. People know. People are real. People know what reality is when they see it. I mean, hell, it don't take. And yeah, I've had for the last 2 years, I've had things happen to me in my life, but then I've got this idiot over there saying, "Hey, he's never done anything in his life." But I'm like, so where all this these certifications and shit come from? I mean, North Carolina and all this other shit. You know, I work for all these companies and stuff, and you're sitting here like, he just wanted to degrade me. He wanted me to be nobody. And that's the way he always has done everybody. And here he is pushing his drugs and killing kids. And I got done with it. You know who it is.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You argue with me all the time over it.
Benny?
No. You say there's nothing wrong with him, a 12-year-old.
Jimbo? Oh, that guy? Oh, he's selling drugs?
You say there's nothing wrong with him, remember?
Well,
You're fooled by his family because he puts his family up there and he shows his family as him having a peaceful life. Meanwhile, he's killing kids and killing people, and he's living it. He's living off of it. He's living off of it, and he's on disability, and he's buying $500 shoes and $200 pairs of pants and $3,500 dogs and kennels and doing all this other shit. And it's under y'all people, but you don't give a damn about that shit. You don't care about what that is.
What?
Anyway, like I said, I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Let me hear you correctly.
You just heard me. I just said it. Just
no, I've never heard this before.
I told you.
No, you have not.
Mm-hmm.
No, you haven't. You've not told me that he kills kids. And
yes, I have. I have told you. I told you that. That's when I woke up to the shit.
Not me.
Yes, I have. And you said there's nothing wrong. You said he's not no problems. He's good with his kids. He's all this, and I'm not going to condemn him for the 12. It was the 12 is 12 shit.
Hold on.
So that's what we argue at right there.
No, we didn't argue. No, my thing was all I've known, all anybody's ever brought up is 12 is 12, and I said their parents allowed it, and that's that. But I had no idea about him selling drugs. Killing
well,
kids
you know now. What do you think he hates me for because I let it out?
Killing kids? Come on, that's a pretty big freaking claim there. How does that happen? That's a huge. You're calling him a murderer. You think I'm okay with that? All I
I don't give a fuck what you're okay with.
Well, tell me what is really happening. I told you we'd fight. Oh,
No, I'm not fighting with you.
you know,
I told you. When you sell drugs and kids get a hold of them and they get killed, yeah, that's fucking kill.
Okay. I thought you meant he was killing them directly. Okay. Are you
Did I say anything like that? No, I said he sells drugs. That's all I said. That's what I've always said.
That's why I need word for word. Okay, so you're saying what is he selling?
He's got his cheap shit from China that he uses. He makes these fake ass damn pills and he sells.
This is the first I've ever. Has anybody heard this before in the chat?
People know about it.
I don't know. What? This is a huge, bold claim. You're calling him a drug trafficker, basically. And that's a big crime.
I know the motherfucker 20 years. Think about it.
Well, well, you've never said anything before to me. I've not. Tina,
I never said anything to nobody.
Tell me who has heard this. He's a low-life drug dealer. Oh my God. Does Nicolina know this?
Nicolina knows all about it. I mean, what do you think they make connections for? Think about it.
Oh God, I did not know so is he making? Oh my God, he gets this shit from China and makes pills. That fucker, is that what he's really doing? Oh my God, he's gonna fucking get it if that's what he's doing. Is that what he's really fucking doing? Are you serious? How long is this going on? Or is he hooked on drugs? Is he hooked on his wife? Who's?
Well, you think a lot of his people and shit.
Believe this. I'm shocked.
Let me tell you what happened. Look,
how's he getting away with this shit? You heard
because he does not listen to me. Because he doesn't do it himself. He has other people do it for him. He's not out there.
How does he make the money? His own.
How does he make the money?
I don't know. How does he? So he's not making drugs at home, which is what I thought you were saying.
Yes, he is.
He is making drugs at home. Tell me the process that goes on with this.
You buy a machine, a little mold machine. I know all about the fucking mold shit because I used to make masks and shit because of special effects. You buy this little machine, you got this little capsule, you put other shit in it. It makes it. But what you're putting in it, like he got busted one time. His buddy, if he would listen to me, if Foley would listen to me, he would know exactly what I'm talking about because I was there when Foley came in and said, they said this one wasn't real. And I called on to it. Yeah, you was right because he had put shit in. What he does is he takes his prescription, he sells his prescription, all his prescription's gone. But he held on to one. That way he could just take a few out here and put a few fake ones in and make $25 or $30 a pill off of it. And he can make $3,500 a pill like that. And then he gets people, listen, he's got a doctor that gives them fake MRIs and shit. He has people go and then he gets a percentage of what they do. Think about it. That's a lot of his chat. Wow. That's a lot of his people in his chat. That's why they hate me so much because they know. I know.
How's he get away with it?
Well, think about it. He's never doing it himself.
She's not.
But by putting the stuff in the pill, he does that.
How is he not going to get away with it, Rose? He's not doing it himself. He has other people do it, and he pays them a $500 fee off the top. He takes the $3,000 and be done with it.
Oh my God, motherfucker!
I mean, hell, who ain't going to go down the road and give the script away for and make $500, come back and give you 30, give you 3,000 or whatever the deal is.
He's going to hell. Well, if this is true, he will be going to hell.
Sounds like Ernie's done it before.
But what if it's words,
But all you ever talk about is the 12 is 12. I never heard this before. I'm really stunned. I'm angry too.
Think about it.
It's so fucking upsetting.
He was talking about kids' diapers the other day and doing videos on kids with diapers, with kids and shit like that. If you can't see it, it's just like sharks. They can't hide. They can't hide before who they are.
How long has Nicolina known about this?
I don't fucking know. I don't know nothing about it. I mean, she knows all about Jimbo. The only reason they're together right now is trying to hold on to what little power and shit they have on YouTube that they think they have. It's all a money thing, and there's a lot of people stupid enough and they can't see it.
God damn.
And that Discord shit, think about it. It's just about meeting new people, and getting new links is all it is.
Wow. Well, what the fuck? Who cares about 12 is 12 when that's what he's doing? What the hell, man?
You're listening to an ignorant fuck.
God damn. Fuck. That's a big claim. Son of a bitch. I'm assuming it's true or you wouldn't say it.
Look how he does smoking about mama. She let him borrow $300. She let him borrow. She let him borrow. Listen, she let him borrow $300.
That was stupid.
He gave it back to her for that week, and then he had his wife call her and asked for $3,000 for a dog. Wow. And she said, "No, I can't do that." And then he destroyed her. He tried to destroy her. He lied and did all the shit he did. Yeah, he did. Just to make himself look good and show face. Think about it.
Jesus, God Almighty.
He's a piece of shit that don't belong on the same earth as other people. Is what it is.
Wow.
Chasing justice, I don't want to hear it. You don't know this guy. You don't know nothing about him. He's got you fooled. He's got you fooled so bad it ain't even funny. It makes you look stupid. I ain't gonna lie. I like you, but it makes you look stupid when you do that.
It is a big claim.
It might be a big claim, but it's true.
It's a huge accusation.
It's not really. It's easy to do. It's simple.
I mean, oh man, it's still a huge accusation.
All you got to look at is Kentucky and Oxycontin problem, and you'll believe it right off the bat.
He's a big drug dealer.
That's not proof, Ernie.
Or something, and that's a big thing to say.
How else do you get money when you're on SSI?
No idea.
How can you buy your kids $500 shoes, your kids $500 shoes, $300 or $400 pants? You're all name brand again, all that shit. When 5 years you've been evicted from 10 other places.
He's trafficking. He's a drug trafficker. He's a big drug trafficker.
I don't know what the fuck I was in now. I don't care.
Damn. The fuck. Bitches going down. shit.
You're going to the
One
crazy
at a
house,
time.
Rose.
Hang in there. You know, hang in there. When you want to give up, don't. Oh my God. I'm just like, holy shit. You looked up kids in diapers. See how many views it had? Well, I mean, what the hell?
Exactly. Chasing Justice to say, she'll, but that's what makes me sick about people like that. And Chasing Justice is smart. She's smart, but then again, she's stupid. Wow. And then that's the thing about it.
40 for one pill. Is he putting, what do you call that stuff? Adderall?
But anyways, guys, you guys can go and take it however way you want to take it for face value and what you want to believe.
Yeah, Ernie's been saying that shit for damn near a year now about you supposedly selling drugs. And you were going to go down for it. But we're still here listening to the same stale-ass fucking lies that you were throwing a year ago, Ernie. And you got some crazy bitch on the fucking panel that will believe anything you say, and you know it. But yet you lied to her consistently. That's where your karma fucks you up, dude. Using people, lying to people, everything else you do, fuck you. Because one, a machine that makes the pills. No, it's called a press. Since you want to get technical with people all the time, it's a fucking press. Dumbass. And second of all, if I remember correctly, don't know if it's true, but I'm about to go find out. Something about Ernie and his daddy slinging pills. You remember that?
I do remember that. I know exactly who said it.
I do too. But I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to find out what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And Ernie, you know when I find out, it's going to be all over the fucking YouTube streets, bitch.
Yeah.
You're a pussy-ass motherfucker that dug themselves a hole they can't get out of, and now you try anything and everything to try to save your sorry, nasty, dirty ass. And you have to have dumbasses like Rose and Tina back you up. You straight up manipulate people with your lies. And that is proof right there. That fucking video. You're 100% a liar unless you say your fucking name.
Yeah. Well, somebody like Team Rose, I don't know, I thought she might have some intelligence, but for her to sit there and call me a piece of shit and a motherfucker and all this stuff and go right along with him and say the dumbest thing she said was, it must be true because you said it.
Right.
No, Ernie. No, Team Rose. No. Ernie don't never tell the truth. He never tells the truth. And he wants to, how could he possibly buy anything? He's on disability. Motherfucker, my wife's not on disability. And you just sit there and said we had $3,500 dogs.
Well,
when my Rottweilers have puppies, they're $2,500 each.
Right. That's the thing. It's an investment when you buy a dog, when you buy a kennel. It is putting back into your breeding business. He doesn't get that.
Yeah.
That's what kind of fucking ignorant non-businessman he is. You remember his whole degree in, was it business ethics?
Business and marketing.
Yeah.
St. Elmo's Fire, I've got a video of Ernie actually saying that Jimbo's kids have everything. New iPhones, new computers, video games, whatever they want. They've got everything they ever can need. And that makes me sick.
Yep. And you know
He
why?
literally says it made him sick.
He'll never, ever be able to do that for any child of his, period. In the past, present, or future. A real dad takes care of their kids. Those are good kids. So their dad does even more for them, gives them what they want.
Let me tell you something. If I was pumping out drugs like that for
how would you have been?
However long he says he says 20 years. He's known me. I've been doing it for 20 years. Think back. So let's say 20 years. And I've never, ever, ever even been arrested for anything related to drugs at all. Never.
Well, in the same breath, you would think that if he's saying I've known him for 20 years, then he's known that you've been selling dope for 20 years, right?
Right.
He's hidden.
Right. But can't remember what I was going to say.
I'm sorry, bro. You were talking about the dogs?
No,
$3,500 apiece.
The pills. If I'm that big a drug dealer, and no cop anywhere finds me suspect in anything, that's strange. And if I'm selling fake pills for 20 years to drug addicts, drug dealers, and I'm still alive,
Yep.
Well, that's a miracle.
Well, I got another question.
You go sell a fake pill to somebody and tell me if they don't come looking for you.
Oh, they will. They'll delete your ass for over that shit.
That's what I figured.
Yep. But then again, like I said, you've been selling drugs for 20 years. Then you had to go and ask Smokey for $3,000?
Right.
And I know for a fact you didn't attack her or lie on her, as Ernie said. She did everything that happened to her herself.
Yeah.
Just like Ernie does for himself.
Yeah, I can't help what my opinion is of her. My personal opinion because when I first brought her story here, I didn't know her. All I knew was there was this lady telling me about her man doing something and admitting that, he did it, took it upon himself and all that. We all know the story. But after I got to know her, and everybody sees the manipulation she's capable of, has my opinion changed of her? Hell yes, it has. I have every right to change my opinion of somebody. Now, is that me turning on her? No, I'm not turning on her. Subpoena me to court. I'll tell the truth. You might not like it. Roll the dice. You're telling people you subpoena me and I don't live here. But my address hasn't changed. I live right here in the same address. Send it on. Smoky Mountain Mama and her little drama, like she's over in Easy's chat now, over in Ernie's chat now, always running her mouth. Why do you think that is?
Because you brought the truth on her?
She wants attention. That's all she's ever wanted is attention.
That's why she brought that shit to us.
Yeah.
She wanted us to help manipulate that situation for her. And I feel like an asshole for even doing it.
Not even just us. Because remember, we weren't getting along with Nicolina. What'd she do?
Oh, yeah.
She went right over to Nicolina, too.
And Ernie.
Mm-hmm. And Griff.
Yep. I forgot about Griff, sorry ass.
She's made her rounds. Now with Easy.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. So she can sit over there and pretend to be whatever she wants to pretend to be. Do I think she's slutty? Yes, I do. Does that mean she wasn't or was R-worded? No. It doesn't mean either way.
But that slutty is what gets her more grounds to manipulate with. And that's why she does it. She can flirt, she can play with you, say all kinds of stuff, make you feel good, and then all of a sudden the bitches fucked you over. Yep.
That's right, narcissistic. They don't see it. He sit there and teaches them how he does things to get people's information, and they don't see it. St. Elmo's Fire, you don't know the story of Rap and Smoky Mountain Mama? Yeah, I should have a Bentley. I should have all kinds of cars. Like, I should be rolling in money, and that's another thing. Ernie sitting up here saying that, had all these thousands of dollars coming in every 2 weeks and then drawing a map to my house. He was trying to get me killed.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
exactly what that was. Yep.
You just heard him say, I didn't deserve to be on the same earth as everybody else. He wants me dead.
Mm-hmm.
He wants Nicolina dead. You heard him say that straight out.
Yep.
That's the sick guy right there. He's desperate because he's been outed and his scams ain't working as good as they used to. So we've accomplished quite a bit of what we set out to do.
Mm-hmm.
Big high and mighty. He might have a room tonight. He might have a room for a week, but he's homeless. He don't have any shoes. And if he does have a pair, he'll lose them soon. As soon as he runs into one of his lovers and gets slammed again.
I was going to say, he don't even own his own ass. Phil owns that. So, no shoes, no clothes, no home, no ass. You're fucked, Ernie. No pun intended.
Oh, I have no idea what happened to Rose's husband, St. Elmo's Fire. I have no idea. Yeah, Burning Bridges. That was the name of our title last night, I believe. Not last night or not before. Yeah, that's what he does. Burn those bridges. Burn those bridges. When he burnt the bridge here for the very last time is when he thought he hit the big jackpot. He thought he hit the big jackpot with MAGA. He had him a rich doctor. And she loved him. And she did. I really believe she did. What'd he do? Well, he drove her crazy. He drove her away.
Yep. And not trying to be funny, but she seems to be a little bit dysfunctional herself. So if she's rejected, that's bad, Ernie. That's bad.
Lady Jane Rogue, they stole everything except for his phone, apparently. That's the one thing Ernie will die trying to keep, I guess, is his phone. Both of them. Good night, Penny Positive. I was going to do some shirt things tonight and try to give away a couple shirts for, and then send the money to Penny's daughter. We may try that tomorrow. Time got away from me a little bit tonight, but yeah, the t-shirt print machine. He's got all these things, all these lies he's been telling. Like clear back to when this all first started around YouTube. He was, moving on from being the predator on her to being an executive in New York. Lisa claimed she had him a job. We all know that was false and she was lying for him. But some doctors and lawyers, whoever, were going to give Ernie an office in Manhattan, and he was going to be the executive director or whatever he calls himself at every job he goes to of a business in New York, and have was it $100,000 budget for marketing and $100,000 a year salary and something like $100,000 to start out with, just and a car too, I believe. But none of that ever shows up. Never shows up.
Yeah, he was going to be getting all this new furniture for the office. He had like $100,000 to do that with. He had $100,000 for expenditures and like a 6-figure salary job or some bullshit.
Yep.
And
Penny said, "Did you hear the good news, Kemper? Were you here yet? That Ariel gets to go home until her surgery in March."
Hell yeah, that's awesome, bro. I'm sure you guys are glad of that. That's awesome. Prayer.
Yeah, she'll be more comfortable there at home with her, her surroundings and her family there, which her mom and dad are there anyway, but at her own home, man. Hospitals suck, dude.
Yep.
His brother is not getting released for a long time. Yeah, at least 2039, probably longer than that. And hell, by the time Ernie goes, Ernie may be in jail longer than. He keeps racking up charges. So they're not going to go easy on him. They're not going to go easy on him once they bring him in. And I plan on, once he's in custody, turning in some evidence that I have, that I've been collecting, and try to add some to that, because he deserves it. Things like I don't deserve to be on this earth, him accusing me of being a drug dealer, while I coach basketball around kids. Yeah. Yeah, I plan on doing everything I can to make sure he gets the maximum sentence he can get. And I feel like that's my duty to society to do that.
Yep. It is.
Lady Jane Rose said he should have used his training to fashion him some shoes made of palm leaves.
Yeah, I seen that today, Nana C. Whenever Mark was asking him about Raz was talking to him about his charges and dealing with what he's supposed to deal with. Yeah, he tries to minimize it, is what he tries to do. Because it's a non-extraditable felony, he thinks it's nothing. I'd really love to see it, his face, whenever he's locked up and he has to go in front of that judge the first time. Actually, I plan on it, unless I'm not on this earth. But I can't wait.
Not in Kentucky, Michael O. He skipped bond, but there is no bail bondsman in Kentucky, and there's no bounty hunting or anything like that allowed in Kentucky. So, no, not here. He's lucky there. He's lucky on that one. Or else they would bring him in. Whoever wrote the bond and paid the $5,000 would have went and got him and brought him back and then got their money for turning him in. But,
Narcissistic times, yes. I think he was involved in some capacity too. Just thinking the way he talks about hoping so-and-so dies, trying to enforce others believe his stories. It makes me wonder if did that with Shelby. The more I see from him, the more I'm convinced that he was involved in that in some form. I can't say that he took a life, but he definitely helped cover it up, or at least try to cover it up. But what happens when you get two dumbasses trying to destroy evidence? You get a fire that doesn't consume the house, which was the intentions. So, yeah, I firmly believe that Ernie was there at some point through that night and in that morning. You just can't tell me otherwise. And I've tried to see other things, but I can't. It's too fucking bold, too in your face. He said recently that he was in infantry. Yeah, he's still trying to say that shit. And we all know the facts on that. We don't know why and the how, but never went to boot camp, but he was in infantry. He was an MP. He did all this shit without boot camp. Not believing all that.
No, he's not a hemophiliac. Not at all. What he is a liar. 4-letter word fits the 4-inch tall man perfectly. He's a liar. He might be that now down in Austin. Can you pronounce that, Kemper? Homophilic. Oh,
I was trying
he
to
might
focus
be
on
that.
I'm sorry.
He might just be that. I got a screenshot of him referring to himself as former detective Ernie Shell to Tim Mullins. Yeah, he claims to be a detective, which, to be a detective, you have to be in law enforcement. Now, to be a private investigator, no. To be a detective, you have to be in law enforcement. So he's absolutely impersonating law enforcement. Absolutely. Yeah, and he's done that a lot.
Yeah. That's part of his manipulation. You know, that's what he did in Nicole Pace. Oh, I was military. I was Homeland Security.
Yep.
So without looking into it, okay, cool. You can help protect my house. And he didn't do shit to help protect her house. As a matter of fact, it looks like he was trying to have her robbed, is what it looked like.
That's what it appeared to be, yeah. For sure.
Driving away from the house like that, when he's there for protection and they are armed, and then he gets mad because she drove back. Tell me why he would get mad about that. When she had to get his pistol and go in the house and clear it to make sure nobody was in there. Which was
she got her pistol from him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Ernie is not allowed to own one.
Yeah. Ernie said in the car, while she went and did what she was paying him to do.
I 100% guarantee you he's not allowed to own a firearm because of his mental issues. I guarantee it. That's why.
Well, he absolutely should not be allowed to own a firearm.
Right. He's definitely one of those people that would be included in the red flag laws that people don't like the sound of. At some point, we got to get crazy people away from firearms. Because it ain't the firearms. It's the crazy people like Ernie, like Tina, like Rose. Deep issues. Very deep. A bunch of fools.
That's right, Leslie. He'll never be a man like that. Narcissistic Time said, what I was thinking when he was around Shelby, he just randomly was talking, saying he'd hope someone would kill and rob RK, a sly way of planting a seed in Shelby's mind. I can see him do that.
Yeah.
I can see him do that too.
Yeah.
I couldn't see that. Hey, Mrs. T.
Because I mean, don't we know of conversation between Shelby and Ernie, and I think you said you heard, like, he asked you about rich people he could rob.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously there probably had been a conversation between Ernie and him at some point, and I'd be willing to bet that Ernie, with his I don't even know how to put it, his ways with being seedy and shady, drugs and such, I guarantee you he heard rumors about Ronnie if he didn't know personally himself. So I'd be willing to bet that Ernie told him some big ass fucking story about Ronnie King, and Shelby, being the person he is, went and did it.
Yeah.
And of course, as I've said before, I could hear Ernie saying, "Oh, I can get you off. Just, don't worry, it'll be just this much time or whatever." And so Shelby, yeah, I did it. And described it.
And Shelby and his family are all naive, because you saw the one letter from Shelby or whoever it was from his mom. It was to his mom. We had the letter one once. I sold it to Benny Keys, but just to piss Ernie off. But anyway, in that letter, Shelby says, that Amber has talked to them, and he's trying to tell his mom, "Hey, Mom, tell Ernie, go down to the jail and tell him he did it. They'll give Ernie a slap on the wrist."
Yep.
For murder. This Shelby's really thinking this, because it's actually in a letter he wrote to his mom.
Right. And I said,
Yeah.
What?
And he thought Ernie could go down there and just switch places with him.
So
that's how naive they are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I could see Ernie manipulating him into that.
Yeah. Hey, Kim Louise, thank you for gifting a membership to the stand. Appreciate that.
And then, of course, during the recorded confession to you, he lets out that laugh after you say, "Ernie just don't want you taking any more lives," or whatever it was. And he let out that evil laugh. There's something behind that laugh more than evil. I think it's he's got a joke in his head that nobody else knows about. You get what I mean? I thought he was more amused at that comment than he was, ha ha ha, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So when you look at all that stuff and everything that's happened, yeah, you're right. Narcissistic Times, Pink Volo. I've seen a few of you say that in chat. But yeah. this is a lot of the reason why I'm convinced that he was involved. But it's between him and Shelby and the Lord. They know. So what's it going to take to get the real truth out there?
Yep.
Sorry, I was reading that pinned comment.
That's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, Team Rose, honey, you need to go ahead and make sure that your rental properties are taken care of for a few months, because I really think Ernie's going to send you down a fucking slope that you're going to have to go to the hospital for.
Oh, he'll take as much as he can get.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take as much as he can get.
I think he's going to mentally twist her more than she already is. In that clip you played earlier, that tells me that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And her literally say, well, it must be true. You said it. No, you've not been paying attention. You believe everything he says. I think they said that she thinks they were lovers in a former life or something, or married maybe. I don't know, but
her and Ernie.
Yes.
I don't know about that, but I know she felt a real connection to that Max Spears, and that's who she considers to be Max 2.0 is Ernie.
Yeah.
So it's probably along those lines, and it's probably blended in with her infatuation with Max.
Oh, PCT would let him move in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
But he won't go out there. He won't go that far west. He should.
Yeah, he's too far away from his base to go out that far.
He couldn't see Phil anytime he wanted to. And I think he's got a few other ones. Like there's somebody in the Louisville area that he goes and sees. 100% there's somebody up there.
Well, I mean, we know that his nearest and dearest for the past 3 years have been helping him too. So that's in that same area.
Yep.
Same region. So he's not going to go far from that, because, you know, when a tornado hits and he gets mugged and he doesn't have any shoes or anything, these people come to his rescue.
Yeah. Oh, Ram, before I even came to YouTube, Ernie was messaging me, asking me to help him with a situation, give him advice, because somebody's father had passed away and that they wanted to collect the inheritance.
That day. Yeah.
That day. The day of the death.
Yep.
I'm like, Ernie, that ain't how it works. You know, got to go and probate and all that stuff. Like, you know, the will, that'd be read and all that. So no, you can't just get it.
Yeah, the shit
They
they
thought
did.
they were going to drive to Florida and insist that that bank give them the money.
Well, they doxed the hell out of the bank manager.
Yeah, they did.
I think I've got the screenshot somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, they really wanted that money. They really wanted that money quick.
Especially Ernie.
They wanted it bad. Yeah.
Ernie making them personal phone calls to Jimbo. Jimbo would know. Jimbo would know. And then you told him he didn't like it. So they doxed the manager.
Yep. Yeah, because my grandmother had just went through that not too awful long before that, you know, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But when her husband died, and you know, there wasn't a whole lot of money, but they had to wait in probate before anybody could touch it. Even though there was a clear-cut will,
Mm-hmm.
The things that weren't already, no, it wasn't my grandmother. It was my grandmother, but my grandmother passed because her husband died a few months before her. But when she passed, the family wanted to split that money because she had a clear-cut will. She had it written out. And even though everything was clear, done in front of lawyers, they still made it sit in probate. I think it was 6 months. I can't remember the exact amount of time, but I'm pretty sure it was 180 days. I can find out, but yeah, you don't just get it. You can't just go there and say, "Hey, here's the will. Let me sign this release here, and I'll pick it up." That ain't how it works. But
it takes quite a while. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, they blame the bank. That's right. He sure does. It's in Simpsonville, right outside Louisville, where I picked him up from. Yep.
Are you kidding me, Love and Grace? Rose said she thinks they are together, but in a past life, and Shelby brutally murdered them and their kids. Wow. Wow. Rose, honey, you need to go to the hospital now, sweetheart. You really do. That's the most insane shit I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
And that's not from Ernie. Just wait until Ernie gets done with you. You're going to be seeing fucking electric spider demons and UFO bases.
Royal Girl, the stand wasn't Ernie close to what other fires were started? I don't know. I don't know anything about Ernie and no fires.
No, just the one at Ronnie King's house.
Yep.
Like they weren't successful at that fire either. They tried to burn the entire house. They barely got a chair. And it was right in the middle of the fucking living room, I think it was.
I believe it was, yeah.
But
didn't it burn a hole or something and go to the basement?
I think it burned through the floor.
Yeah.
And smoldered that way, yeah. But apparently the dumbasses left the windows and doors closed. And it was in February.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Sure was, because I remember sending out a screenshot today. Did you see that I only sent you one of the two?
I thought you sent me two. One was or was that just from you doing autism awareness thing?
Yeah, that was a different one.
Oh, okay, I thought that was the second one. Otherwise, I was about to ask you. I was like, man, that's probably it. I ain't going to be a dumbass.
No, there's two from 10 days after the murder.
Mm-hmm.
I should show them. Be fun to hold on to them for when idiots are idiots. But.
Right, because I'm sure with the shape that your shoulder is in these, what you're talking about, I'm sure you would have plenty of medical paperwork to back it up. That was an injury that occurred even before the murder.
Yep. Check. I just sent you a screenshot. Look at that bad boy.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize there was two. And I only sent you the one earlier from the memory. There's two memories from that day. But the one was prior to it and it was further down.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
That's obvious.
But yeah, like you said, how the hell are you going to be involved in a murder when you can't even put your own fucking clothes on?
Right. Right. Yeah. Or drive.
It had been like that too. It wasn't just something that had just happened. It wasn't an injury during the murder.
Nope.
None of that
months.
Shit.
Months of misery.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They just look like idiots. They always do, though, don't they?
Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The house caught fire with the Mexican guys he was staying with last month too. Yeah, forgot about that.
If that was true, though, was he really staying with a bunch of Mexican guys, cartel members that robbed him? I don't think he did.
I don't think so either. Because El Kennedy had a fire almost exactly like the one he described, for real, and then he described it in his own words. Said it happened to him at the Mexican's house. So yeah, Ernie is,
him and his tornado, that kind of shit. And so unless I see it or know it's a fact, I never believe it coming from Ernie. And
Rose believes that. I heard her say it before. Rose isn't stupid, but her emotional and spiritual and conspiracy theory overrides her logic and sound mind. She has a big heart. It's so sad.
Yep, she does have a big heart, but she's too naive. And that naiveness comes from that conspiracy theory bullshit, that QAnon. Like literally, it's the best way I can describe it. And if you've ever looked into QAnon, you know how many branches and roads it goes down. So, but she's all about that dumbass QAnon shit. And I'm not saying some things in QAnon are not true, but just like Ernie and Tina and the rest of these fools, you got 10% fact, 90% bullshit. You get tired of going through the bullshit to find the fact. So you're either going to be lazy and accept them telling you that to be the truth, or you're going to be like, fuck it. That's the options I see. But yeah, she's definitely. I've always thought that of her. Her, Tina, and Ernie are like the most QAnon tuned people I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Tina gets pissed at me because I say that, because she was QAnon before they were QAnon, when it was Pizzagate and all these other fucking conspiracies that basically QAnon adopted. Save the children. It was huge. They were pulling kids out of tunnels, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they weren't. That's the point. And for 48 hours, they were lying about it, giving false reports and bullshit like that. Nothing ever came of it. Well, people like myself that have a little bit of sound logic and that are survivors of that kind of thing, we don't take kindly to that shit. As a matter of fact, you piss us off when you do that.
Beyond Stupid said, yeah, one of the Mexican guys' woman was flirting with him. Yeah, that's always Ernie. He's such a chick magnet. They're always wanting him.
Well, yeah, he said he might have to move because of the lady.
And Earth Angel said she noticed that he takes many people's stories and makes them his own. He does that often.
But like I said, you do that kind of shit to a survivor that don't take kindly to that, you end up with what you have with me, Ernie. That's what happens. Now, I know everybody's got a different experience with your fucking ass, but that's mine. You've lied about saving kids way too fucking long. You're a liar. You couldn't even save the child that was in your ex-wife's house because your pussy ass left, claiming you knew that they were an offender. One of those type of people. Sure did.
Easy.
But yeah, you can't go around lying like that, man. And the problem is like I said, there's those people that are survivors or victims, I would say at that point, because if you're letting it warp your mind, you're still a victim. In my opinion. And those people are some of those people that follow you, Ernie, because they've been hurt before. And for whatever reason, they're adopting what you are saying. And part of that is the crazy or the lazy. I don't know. But I know I ain't going to be quiet about it. Ain't a damn soul going to be quiet about it if they got any logic to them, any morals about them. Just won't. Rose sent him $1,000. He was begging for money. The next morning, has to be smoking crack. Gotta be hell. He blows 1,012 hours. Yeah, it's something.
So Rose confirmed send him that much? $1,000?
Right, Mr.
That's why he's acting like he's, sitting in high cotton right now. Because he's, got a little money, but I'm telling you, he'll run through that money in a day or two.
Yep. That's funny.
Any Texans in here tonight? Prayers for anyone around the Panhandle and those wildfires.
What's happening?
There's wildfires around the Panhandle in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's some dangerous stuff.
Yeah, it is. Hawaii just dealt with it.
Yeah.
Different terrain, same effect.
Yep.
I remember the ones that happened in Australia about 5 or 6 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
That's like some of the worst fires I've ever seen. And it broke my heart. Even like Even the animals I don't like, yeah, they were all burned up and stuff, man. It was
It's sad, dude. Sad.
Yeah.
That was gone. That was when he had the broke jaw. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if she's given $100 in the past couple of weeks, I guarantee you she's given him more since then. But she took everything he fed, hook, line, and sinker.
Nuclear plant. Oh, okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. She said she'd feel bad if she didn't send him anything. Well, listen, if she's got it and she wants to help him, that's on her. But with him being disgusting, wishing death on people, and telling vulgar, disgusting lies on me, I have no more feelings for Rose. Like, I don't care anymore. I don't feel sorry for her anymore. Ernie can take what he wants to take from her. I'm done. You know, obviously, my opinion don't matter to her. So, you know, she gonna let somebody sit there and say that stuff and then call me a piece of shit for it because Ernie said it? Nah. Good luck. Hope he takes you for everything you got, and he will if you let him.
Yep. He'll take more.
So,
He'll get you borrowing money.
Oh yeah, 1,000 at once. He'll spend that in a day.
Did he or did she confirm that?
That's what that dude said.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that was confirmed. That's all.
Kelly B, member for 13 months. The stand is the best place to be on these YouTube streets. Thank you, Kelly B.
Yep. None here, man. We've tried to warn people and be nice and just and they started adopting the lies and the bullshit, then fuck them. Really. I ain't got time for that bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah, clothes, food in the hotel room. That's gonna be about it. I don't know how long for the hotel room, but if he got it for a week, that's gonna be an easy grand.
Oh yeah.
Like with all of it together, yeah, easily a grand.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, let's just say cheap hotel, $100 a night.
Yeah.
7 days, that's $700.
Yep. And then you put some jeans on there, a couple pairs of those, some boots, some socks. You know how Ernie is. He'll get a new hat too. You know.
Yep.
So you're talking about a couple hundred there, and then food. Junk food's the most expensive food out there. His kind, except for the ramens, of course. He likes his Taco Bell quesadillas.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandy, for sending me the link on the wildfires, fast-moving wildfires towards through Texas Panhandle. Goodness gracious.
I just seen Kim and Louise say that they've got bad brush fires going on in Victoria down here right now.
Goodness
But
gracious.
I would have to say that with a area that big and that kind of terrain, it probably you're going to have some somewhere most of the time, you would think, or at least close to it, because you're talking Australia. All that down there is huge, a lot bigger than what people realize.
That needs to be our new shirts, Erica.
Yep.
Erica Suter, member for 15 months. I stand with the stand, middle finger skern, hashtag prison 2024.
Yep. I like that. Prison 2024, do it like the way a Trump sign would be, but just have it that way. Because, you know, Ernie being close friends with the Trumps and working for him and all.
Right, Leslie? How could a able-bodied working man live his life like that? Jobless, homeless, depending on others just to eat or have somewhere to lay your head down at night. That's just crazy to me. It's crazy because he chose it. He chooses it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had a wife that loved and adored him and a kid that he could have been a father to. He could have been in that home. He ruined it. He ruined it. Not no trolls, not no haters. He ruined it. He got married again after that. He ruined it. Not no haters, not no trolls. Ernie ruined it. He's had opportunities with jobs. He ends up quitting. He don't like a schedule. He don't like having a boss. He'd rather steal from people. Ernie is not allowed in the Kroger on Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. He got caught stealing in there. Theft. Shoplifting. And he had the money. I gave him the money to buy a thermometer with. He tried to steal one and got caught. I said, Ernie, why didn't you just buy the damn thing? That's Ernie. Because he wanted to keep my money and steal the item instead. He's a thief. Right, Clem. Can't make a whore housewife. I know. So he's a thief from retail stores. He's a thief from friends. He's stolen from me multiple times. He'll never get a chance to steal from me again. So you know he'd steal from a stranger. We know he steals from people on YouTube. When you take the order for a t-shirt and you accept money for that and you have no intentions of sending out that t-shirt, you stole that money. It's theft. Ernie always wants to go, where's my charges? Okay, Ernie, what's somebody going to do? Go get a warrant for you for scamming them out of $30 for a t-shirt? They should. Because each time you do that, it's considered wire fraud too. Maybe some people who bought some shirts will step up this time. Hold you accountable, Lightning Tiger. He is an opportunist elite. I bet my last dollar if Ernie was screened for narcissistic personality disorder, he'd tick all the boxes. Narcissism term is used loosely, but NPD is a whole different ballgame. I'm betting he's got it.
Oh, yeah. I've actually looked at a lot of the characteristics for that syndrome. And, dude, like, there was two of them that were right on it. Both of them, Benny and Ernie. Because at the time, it's like, I'm wondering, let me look. Yep, check, yep, check, yep, check. And I'm no fucking doctor. But if I can see it, I know their ass is going to see it probably before I ever did. They probably hear 3 sentences out of their mouth and be like, damn, they're ate up.
The dogs are whining.
Not having it. So is Fluffy trying to get you in trouble, Jimbo?
Yeah. You know how you slip up and call you Ern every now and then? And,
yeah, I heard.
Oopsies.
I heard.
Well, I say agree up this time. I said Ern.
Oh, you little fucker. Dude. Dude, I don't know what's worse, to be honest. How about no? I'm good with that.
Kemper's fault. It's not Kemper's fault. Not this time. Not this time.
Oh,
I think I'm just going to call you.
Kemper!
You do not have a place, bitch boy. You don't have a fucking place. Fuck off.
Sinatra.
Yeah, I'm like, how much will it cost me to make you forget about that? Kemper said,
$1 million.
I was just going to say, take that 40% cut that Luna keeps getting. Take that off my back.
buddy, I'm afraid of Luna. I'm not fooling with that.
You don't know if I'm telling the truth or not.
Mm-hmm.
See, I heard him, Narcissistic Times, I heard him making reference to he's playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers. And how he is 5 moves ahead.
Ernie don't know how to play no damn chess.
Well, that was going to be the first thing I said. And the second thing is you're not 5 moves ahead. It's not how it works, Ernie. Just like it's not a machine, like whatever the fuck you called it. It's a press. Same thing with this. I mean, you're just fucking ignorant, bro. Bottom line. I swear, I mean, I bitch about Ernie so much, I'd probably call myself Ernie if I didn't think about it. You know, damn it, Ernie. Like, oh, damn, that's me. It's just become a reaction. But, yeah.
That question is for you there, Kemper.
In Church Hill? What are you talking about? They didn't have a house in Church Hill.
There you have it.
I was going to say they squatted on a farm out in Cosby before they came into town at the hemp store. And they were at the hemp store and lived there from 2017 or 18 until this past year. What was the rest of the question? I'm trying to find it. Let me see here.
I put it on the screen.
Yep. Did he abandon that house, leaving the place in the condition that Tina shared in those pics? What house are you talking? Are you talking about where he supposedly was housing someone that was being protected or something? Because I know she had those pictures at one point, but I don't know of a place in Churchill. And I'm from Newport. I know every back road name, you know. So even in Cosby, never heard of Churchill. So maybe where the cafe was, that's possible because he was there. He was there for a while. I don't know if he was exactly sleeping in his car, on the couch, what, but he was always there doing lives from his car, parked there in the parking lot. Yeah. I know that every person I've talked to that has had any dealings with him about living with him, he's nasty. That's the coverage on that. Jimbo, I'm not going to name all the people, but at least 4 other people. He says he's nasty. No bath.
Oh, you can see, by the way, he takes care of his feet. How dirty he is. Like, that's not just, a month or 2 worth of buildup, bro. That was years. That's years of coke.
They didn't live in a double wide. Would you believe me? Not that I know of. Even when they were on the farm, they weren't in a trailer at all. Now, they left the farm and the animals that they were supposed to be caretaking for. Yeah, they did that when they moved into the Cosby Highway Cafe location. But I know they're in a modular right now, an Airbnb modular. So if he went and visited them recently, that's possible. And I don't know all of Sevier County. So as far as Church Hill goes, that's possible there. But that would be the only time I can think of. Dude, you ain't lying. Like we've seen his suitcase at Jimbo's, and I've seen the pants left behind at another person's house. That's all I need to know.
He's nasty.
And if I remember correctly, they said he drove for 4 days, or at least his words was he had drove for 4 days and hadn't showered. When he got there, he didn't shower. And of course, they were waiting for him to shower, and he didn't shower. Like, he just didn't shower for like 8 days. And the pants were from his road trip. Those nasty ass, crusty, stank motherfuckers.
Could be, Mrs. T. That might be why nobody acknowledged him at Mar-a-Lago. You know, stanky old son of a bitch.
Yeah, narcissistic times. My point with that, though, his terminology, he's not a chess player. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No.
That's what I was saying. Like, yeah, he tries to think like a cop, but he got his wording all fucked up, being the trained bounty hunter that he is. But yeah, he's far from being a chess player.
It's like check it twice, check it twice and cut it once.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's measure it twice, cut it once. I remember when Doug Hutton told him that.
Yep.
And yeah, you could tell it hurt Ernie's ego that somebody actually knew the saying and he was wrong about it.
Yep.
It was like a gut punch. No?
He just don't like being questioned or anything. He wants to be able to say what the fuck ever and nobody do anything but agree with him. That's what he wants. Anytime anybody says, hey man, can I see those credentials? Well, those don't look good. That don't look like it's legit. All of a sudden you're a pedo. All of a sudden you're a human trafficker. That's where he goes with it. And that's literally how he does it. I'm not exaggerating. That's what Ernie does.
See bounty hunting license on record with the state with a Churchill address. I'm talking about Ernie.
That was before he met Tina and them. Because that thing's been out of date for a couple of years now. And of course, Ernie never apprehended anyone. Nobody rescued, all these claims of what he is and his credentials, but you see no proof of him ever doing any of it. You saw some weak ass predator stings. Like, if they wanted to do it right, they would have done it right. But they chose to try to go against what the law said you could do and got told to stop. They were told they were breaking the law. That everything that they were doing was not legal. Does that make sense? You have to go by the rules. Your ass got busted trying to bend them, trying to work outside of them. We know how you work, Ernie. We've seen how you work, Tina. The rules don't apply to you, only to everybody else, and you're here to enforce them. At least you think you do. But yeah, fake ass motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? I hadn't heard that. Heard Doug had a heart attack yesterday. Wasn't on confirmation. I hope he didn't.
Not good at all.
Goodness gracious. would like to set his subs aside one day, get out a journal, write down everything Ernie has personally done for them and what they've done for him. Get real with themselves when listing, and then look at it. Right. Just do this. Just do this. Make a list of promises Ernie has kept. Keeping a promise is free. Don't cost a dime. Make a list. Can't blame it on not having any money. I mean, we've been here and we're going to jail for, I don't know, 2 years.
You're done, Jimbo.
Churchill,
Today you're going to jail.
Cody, or I mean, it's right there at the 4-state border with Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and North Carolina. So it's right there in that Tri-City area, like Johnson City and all that. So it could be any of those people that he's had connections to for so many years, but that would explain why he had a Churchill address. You know what I mean? Sorry, I was just trying to figure out what they were talking about, but yeah, that right there is where his hub. That's part of the area that he stays in. And he gets people to do shit for him all the time, even though he doesn't have an address. He uses theirs. Like his license, or the one that expired or whatever, had Jimbo's address on it, you know? And then you've got the bounty hunter license with the Churchill address on it. Then, of course, his LLC was registered in Florida, wasn't it, Jimbo?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is part of what he does. Huh?
That was a fake address, the one in Florida.
But what I'm saying, he doesn't have an address. He just uses whatever.
Hey, Mr. Lady, my list is done. 0 is the answer. Right.
But I do know, like, even what's his nuts, Dalton Stout lives up in that area. Cody does. Eric Rush does. Like, within reasonable
Phil has
traffic.
an address over there too.
Huh?
Phil has an address over there too.
Yep. So there's that'll tell you. It's one of those people. But the only address I think Ernie ever used of Tina and Xander's was the Cosby Highway address. And that's where the hemp store was, which is right there on 321. Is it 321? No.
No idea.
411 or something like that. Anyway, it goes through Cosby to Gatlinburg. And that's the quickest way to get to it, to Gatlinburg from where we're at. Which they were about, I don't know, 2 to 3 miles down from the exit for the interstate. So they were right there, not in the middle of Newport, but at a main highway through it. But yeah, I know they were in Cosby, deep in the mountains. And then they had the hemp store.
Sheer fact that Skern publicly uses and abuses women and their children on his channel, and in the same breath leaks protect women and children at all costs, shows the idiocy of his followers. Sure does.
Yeah.
Love and Grace, did they lose the hemp store?
They didn't lose it, no. I don't know if they could continue running it. I don't know if it got too much or if they just sold it, but I do know that they sold it. No longer there. They blame us for them not being able to sell anything. That's not the truth. The truth is, and anybody with common sense knows that, say you start up a store, a business in a town, and nobody really knows you, and you start slandering people in the town. And you do this very publicly on social media, from your store, out in town, everywhere. That's where you do it. So do you think your business is going to thrive? You know, that's what she don't get. Is she's the one that did all that, and she knows she did before Ernie. All that snowball was already rolling. Ernie just helped speed it up and make it bigger. That's what happened.
Would you believe me? Said I was told they defaulted on their lease to own agreement.
It's questionable. I do know someone close to that, and they said that's not true. They said they sold it. Basically, they might have broke even or whatever, but I do know the land or the place they're staying at right now, that's family. I do know where that's at, and I do know I'm not stupid. That same close connection sort of brushed me off when I asked about it, so I get it. But it's identical to the place I know about. And it's not Newport, but they're definitely not really having to put much money into it.
Oh, you're talking about Doug Live at Northport. Doug Live Northport. That's the guy that got beat up, right?
I don't know who that is.
The YouTuber that got beat up by beat nearly to death. Ain't that the same? Ain't that the one?
I have not heard about it. I don't know.
That was about a year or two ago, or at least a year ago, I think. But I think that's who they're saying had a heart attack. I'm not sure.
Oh, I got you.
Oh no! I've heard talking about the coming back from being brain dead. Okay.
I do know that it was supposed to be like a 5-year lease to own, and they were supposed to have had a balloon payment last summer, not this past summer, but the one before. And it was questioned if they were going to be able to pay for it. So they stayed there for another year past that. So I'm assuming that they worked something out somehow. I don't know. They might have worked something out where they could stay there because they paid so much or whatever. I don't know how this shit works, but I do know that they were there a year past the time that was supposed to have gone down. Yes, at the stand. He had a heart attack when a guy that was stalking him confronted him and had a heart attack then. Oh, okay. I don't know who it is, but that's messed up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do notice this, man. I don't know if you ever thought about it, but do you notice Ernie's always got some gang going on? Like he's the leader. He's like the leader. I mean, okay, remember how when Predator Hunter Nation started? They were running that shit like it was a fucking militia.
Yeah.
They had all these chapters, chapter leaders, all that shit.
Yeah.
Now he's got the Tigers. And he pretty much has ranks for them too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's like the way his mind works.
Yeah, I was going to say, this seems to be his mentality. Like it's all the time with either the Tigers or Predator Hunter. And we've seen his efforts of the Predator Hunter for 2 fucking years. Now he's the fugitive. Well, I haven't looked at the public records or deeds office. I mean,
yeah, I don't give enough shits.
Like I know where they're going with their life, so I don't need to know the specifics. I've learned enough. I mean,
I could care less. I mean, if she has no reason to tell all her fucking shitty lies on me and make up shit on me and sit over there and back Ernie's bullshit. Other than that, I don't know her, and she has no reason to do that.
Right.
Now, what I've seen and heard of her and her parenting and, and her mouth and her conspiracy theories tells me she's a fucking whack job.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody I'd want to know. And, I don't know about why she's out of business or whatever, but I know as a former businessman myself, you have to be respected. Even if people don't like you, you have to be respected in the business you're in or in the town you conduct business in, or you're not going to do good. And I just don't see her getting respect because of the way she portrays herself. I wouldn't respect her. Not at all. And it has nothing to do with her tooth. It has nothing to do with her nappy looking hair. She could be as good as gold and look like that, and it wouldn't matter to me. But she's not as good as gold. She projects to be a dirtbag, and that's the way I see her. And that's why if I was in that town and I was in whatever business she was selling, I wouldn't buy it from her.
Right. Well,
that's why she's a failure.
Well, you see how she is on her live streams. You see how she is on panels. And this is truly how she is in real life. It's not a show. She's truly that fucking sick and that demented. And like you said, the whole thing with running a business, she ran it into the ground. She knows it. That shit was already going downhill before the pandemic hit. I know this. So it is what it is. Hell, I knew one of her employees. I know some of her close friends. She hates that I do. And she thinks she knows who it is. No, she's just misinformed. But she's warm. But yeah. She definitely doused her shit in gasoline and struck the match for it. And sat there and watched it burn and blame other people. It all started when they started busting those trafficking rings. Nah, bitch, you didn't bust a trafficking ring. Show us where you busted a trafficking ring. Please. Anywhere in your lifetime. Whereas Ernie Shell or Tina Simmerly or Xander McDougal busted a trafficking ring.
It's results, not excuses. Oh, they don't have no results. My bad.
I'm going to say the only thing you see is them grifting off Summer Wells' name and other people's plight, their agonies. Tina, you might not have made money off of doing this shit, but your boy that you protected, he did. And he made a lot of fucking money, bitch. You know it. That's why you sound fucking pissed when you say that shit. But I will say this. Even when he did have money, he never helped out. But you were taking from your family to help him. And then you're defending him while he takes from other people's families too. That's your fucking fault. So the way I see it is the shit that you protected and allowed and actually enabled. I'm glad your shit's burning. That's your karma. You know what you guys have done to people. Even you, Tina. Some of that mental sick shit that Ernie does, you're right there with him and have done it. You're lucky you haven't been locked up. You and Ernie are sick. I wish I was the serial doctor that people claim that we are, because I would trigger Tina and Ernie right the fuck now from 3 names. I'd love to. Sort of hard to hold that troll back, bro. But Yeah. We've seen, we've read, we've heard the stories of people that you guys have fucked with, called CPS on, gotten people's children's or child taken away from them. And then they had to prove that your lies were lies. That's fucked up, Tina. You know that was you and Ernie. Fucking trafficking ring, man. That's why people don't listen to this shit half the time, because of people like y'all. Because that shit is real, but you take the real focus off. You divert it to your fucking scam. Milk that motherfucker as much as you can. Sorry, man. They just pissed me off, man.
Give him hell, dog.
And Tina saying that shit tonight about Nick. You know, Tina, yours is coming down the pipe, bitch.
What Tina say about Nick?
On that 5-person panel with Rose.
Oh, Tina was saying shit too. I didn't even hear her.
Oh yeah. She said it for sure. She said it right after Ernie. She agreed with him. Yeah. And then Mark was like, whoa. But yeah, that was Tina's big mouth, old raspy fucking voice. Sounded like Kenny Rogers talking through a tin can. Sorry for any of you Kenny Rogers fans, but
Hey, what's wrong with Kenny Rogers, bro?
I was just talking about his voice. He ain't got a bad voice, but for a woman, it's not the best voice to have.
Not for a woman, no.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Sorry for the Kenny Rogers fans. It was just
collateral
damage. Yeah, I guess.
That's an idea, their logo, man. Corner.
What's up?
Thought I had something, but I didn't. Maybe not. Fluffy, you going to bed? Or Ram 5150 going to bed? It's about time for us too.
Yeah, it's getting close.
No.
It was 2 hours in. I didn't even realize that. I was out here ranting and lost time.
Kipper's on rant. You know, he got mad because somebody said Griffin. Chat while ago. It wasn't really Griffin. Anyway, Narcissistic said he's had 2 years of daily convincing that Jimbo and Kemper are enemies. They don't realize reality of Ernie before he ever came to YouTube. They need to conduct a thorough investigation. They really do. Maybe then they would see. But tomorrow, you off?
Yeah, should be. Unless they call me, and they shouldn't. So
if Kipper don't get called in, we might come on a little early again tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I picked up extra hours today, so I'm pushing that overtime. You know, they hate me having overtime, or any of us. But
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So get it out of the way early. They can't call you in the week.
Well, if I go by my scheduled hours, it's like 36 or 37 hours. So, I mean, if I pick up an extra shift, I'd be pushing it, but I picked up a half shift, so they shouldn't be able to call me in with that. Yeah. Unless they get it okayed from above.
Yeah. Well, if they don't get it okay from above, tomorrow we'll be back, and we might be early. Until then.
Yep. We can do a 9 o'clocker if you want.
We might do it.
All right. Word.
Till then, I'm Jimbo.
And I'm Kemper.
Coming to you live from the stand.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things. Realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes my dynasty.